Hello everybody, welcome back to this week's Trader Joe's Taste Test where Tim and I are going to be trying a ton of new stuff that just hit the shelves at Trader Joe's. We are ready to dig right in. We have so much hot food in front of us, so give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and let's see what foods we love.
All right, ooh baby, just hold tight. We're up at the moonlight.
We're starting off with the new tomato and red onion focaccia. It has no cheese on it. It's literally just a flatbread with some olive oil on it and obviously tomato and red onion.
All right, let's give it a go. Wow, this is like very delicious. For it just being, you know, bread, tomato, onion, and maybe some seasonings, it's got some flavor. I was kind of bummed because I was looking at it like a pizza, and I was hoping there was gonna be cheese and sauce on it. But that would just be a pizza. This is really good.
It doesn't need cheese.
I know it doesn't. It has a lot of flavor.
It really doesn't. And it's honestly, I attribute most of the goodness of this particular, let's call it a meal, because as a vegetarian, that's what it's gonna be. It's the dough. So the bread. It is so fluffy. I think it's the way that they flamed it in a brick oven or something before, so it really has that like really good flavor. And add on top those tomatoes and onions, and wow. And then they add the olive oil, so you aren't getting just like a crispy, like, you know how sometimes you bite into something that has like too much crisp and then all the pieces just flake off and they're just like crunchy chips? I don't like that personally. I like this kind of crust where you bite into it, it stays intact, and it's nice and fluffy, but has like a really good flavor, texture, and these hit the mark, all of the above.
Yeah, definitely. I could see ourselves like cutting it up like we did and putting it on the side of something like either a salad or even a pasta, because it's got a lot of great flavor. It's really delicious. I love it. What do we got next, honey?
I don't know about you, but I'm really thirsty and I want to wash down what we just bit into. So let's start with that one, because this is like the mild version of kombucha.
Okay, yes it is. This is the organic sparkling elderberry and pomegranate apple cider vinegar beverage. All right, here we go.
I don't love it.
Well, I don't love it either, but I have to also remind myself that this is apple cider vinegar that we're drinking, which already has a vinegary taste, obviously. And so adding the elderberry and pomegranate, I think it actually helps it quite a bit, because I don't have a problem drinking it.
I like the strawberry one still better. I think this one, it's okay. I think I've found myself not being a fan of pomegranate juice. Now, I do love the actual pomegranate seeds. Like, I enjoy eating those, but when it's in juice form, I've noticed after having this too that any type of pomegranate drink that I have, I tend to just not like as much. So it might just be that flavor for me in particular that isn't hitting the mark. But like Tim said, I can drink this. It's just not something that I would buy again, and it's not something that I would, you know, want to have on a daily basis. I'd much rather go for like a kombucha like this, but haven't tried this flavor, so I'm not gonna speak too soon. But we're gonna get into some breads now. We have two breads to try.
Which one are we going with first?
Let's try, what was this one?
This one is called I think it's pau d'agua, something like that.
So they're just frozen rolls. I just put them in the oven at 375 for 10 minutes, and then I just put a little Kerrygold on top, so. These are good.
I know.
Wow.
They hit the spot for sure.
This is delicious. I honestly, when I pulled it out of the oven, it felt really hard. And cutting into it was kind of tough on the outer shell. So I was concerned that it was gonna be like really hard and hard to bite into, but that is not the case. The outer shell does have a very nice crispness to it. You bite in and it has that fluffy bread that you expect to have a roll has in it. And it is a fantastic flavor. These are unreal. These are probably one of my favorite frozen breads that Trader Joe's has ever put out.
Wow. That's impressive.
It's fantastic. These are so, I could literally eat that whole bag, just bread.
I finished mine, so I agree with you. And I entirely agree with the fact that I was worried it was going to be too crunchy or hard because you took it out of the oven, it was like a brick, you could hit it. But when you cut it open, it's just soft inside. And that hardness on the outside is very thin. So it's not like something that is going to hurt your mouth when you bite into it or anything like that. Like so often I feel like we've all had. But this one was really good too. We've been off to a great start. I mean, I really like this elderberry pomegranate sparkling apple cider vinegar too. I'm on glass number 2. I'm enjoying this, yeah.
Okay, good. Well then, it's all yours. But wait, there's more.
Ooh.
We've got the olive bread, and I also just put this in the oven just to get it warm, and I added a little Kerrygold to this too, because why not?
Oh, it's so soft.
I know. Oh man.
No, it has quite the olive flavor in there. Obviously, there are big chunks of olive in here, but they're diced up. It's nice though because I feel like the vinegar flavor that I really don't like in olives is eliminated, and it's just that strong olive flavor that comes through. It's really good, and I really like that you added the butter to it. That helped enhance those flavors as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you are talking quality bread, you want something that has like density, but also is light and airy. And when you bite into it, you have like, there's substance to this bread. I can't say enough. I love bread. So, I mean, obviously, when I talked about the focaccia, I talked about the crust. This last bun, like roll that we just had was fantastic. And this is definitely right up there with both of those things. So if you are a carb lover like Tim and I are, this is the haul for you because there's so many delicious breads. And the olive, like Tim said, lots of olivey flavor. And it does give you a little bit of a different texture to sink your teeth into. So you're actually chewing on some chewy olive bits, and then you got the bread. Added butter, yes, but you could also, I think what would be fantastic is a little oil and vinegar like you get at an Italian restaurant where they do a little pour. I feel like this bread would be absolutely delicious. Or some Toscano cheese from Trader Joe's. I feel like a little slice of cheese on here. Fantastic. I think there's a lot of different ways you can use this bread, but me personally, like I could just eat it straight out of the package. It's so good. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna buy it again. I was like, I don't know what to say, but I'm gonna buy it again.
Definitely. I agree with you. This is really good. All right, so we're going to move on to the Italian style wedding soup, and I am excited for this. There's a lot of chunks of meatballs in here, and what looks like little couscous. What is this called? It's like some pasta. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's delicious. I'm excited to try it, so I'm going to give it a bite.
Something that I noticed just by like looking in his bowl, the meatballs are teeny tiny, like little bite-sized meatballs, and there's a lot in there. Did you evenly pour it? Is there a lot of meatballs left in there, or?
So the yes and no. So like in the jar, the heavier items sink to the bottom, and then the meatballs were actually on the top. So they're all separated. So at first, when I poured it in, I got a lot of meatballs, but then I scooped out a lot. I didn't shake it up, but I did get a little bit of the noodles there at the bottom too. But scooped it out with a spoon, and it's good. So I'll tell you. I would probably want to add a little bit of salt and pepper to this. Okay. The flavor is very light. It's conservative, and I would like to have something a little bit more flavorful. But the flavor that is there is very good, so I just want to enhance those flavors that are already existing. But all in all, it's really good. And I've had wedding soup before, and this is exactly what I'm accustomed to.
Oh, well, that's good. I feel like it's always a good thing if you need to add seasonings like salt and pepper, because I feel like almost everybody has those basic 2 seasonings, and a lot of times people prefer it to be less salty or less peppery, whatever, and so it's nice when you can kind of finagle it to be to your exact liking. So I feel like adding something, you can't really take it out, so if it was too salty, there's nothing you can do, but adding it you can, so that's
definitely good. Yeah. So we're gonna move on now to the gnocchi. There's 4 in a pack, and they come in these little cups like this, and I'm just gonna break right into it, see how this goes.
Looks like a little flan.
It does. It's
a little mini flan when you
all potato, right? But see how it tastes.
There's cheese. I think it's a cheesy gratin. So, and unfortunately, I'm not gonna try it because there is animal rennet in this one. So I am just gonna have to trust your judgment. And Tim's also going to try the red pesto, which also has animal in it. So Tim gets to try a lot of things today.
This is so good.
Oh, is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, good.
I've kind of been burned in the past by Trader Joe's gnocchi and truffle gnocchi. If you know, you know. But this one has such a different texture and consistency. It's more of like a little cake, like a little potato cake, rather than like a pasta. So
like a quiche.
Yeah, it's very much like a quiche. Mm-hmm. It is. I'd say like a quiche and cornbread mix. It's like right in between the two.
Interesting.
And it's really good. It has a great flavor. It's got that Italian flavor. It's like a little bit of garlic, a little bit of cheese, Parmesan, and it's really good. So I'm pleasantly surprised.
So when you say cornbread, is there like some graininess to it then in the texture? Is that what you mean?
No, but it just the way it's all combined together. The way it holds together just reminds me of cornbread, but it doesn't have like graininess at all like that.
Okay. I'm going to pour the new new flavor at Trader Joe's. The Synergy GT's Elderberry Juniper flavor kombucha. I love trying new flavors of kombucha. It's like one of my favorite things because I am a kombucha connoisseur. Look at this pretty color.
Whoa, smell that.
Ooh, that's the juniper.
That is popping.
You can smell that juniper smell right away. Wow.
The juniper is very strong.
This is like a magical drink.
You like it?
I feel like it just, I don't know, it just has something magical about it. It's like fairy juice or something.
Fairy juice. It's definitely, I mean, magical. You take the words right out of my mouth.
Doesn't it have just like a very, I don't know, it has an interesting flavor. I really like it. And it's hard to describe because if you haven't had juniper, it's a tough one to describe. Do you have better descriptors than me saying I can't describe it?
No, not really, but I will say it's very fresh.
Yes.
It has this fresh pop that brings a lot of, a lot of that fresh, juniper flavor. It's hard to describe. It brings it to the surface and the flavor of it all comes out.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't try to interrupt you, but I was saying it's almost like a florally kind of flavor. Like you can smell what it's going to taste like. And that's maybe why I'm thinking it's like magical because it reminds me of like being in a field of flowers. And it is refreshing, and it has just like a really nice, interesting taste to it. So drink it at your own risk. I have a feeling that this particular kombucha flavor is going to be like a love it or hate it for anybody that tries it. You're either going to love it or you're not going to like it at all. And I'm in the category of loving it. So what do you say?
I agree, but I actually fit in the, I don't know, I like it a little bit category.
Oh, so it's not a love it or hate it. So you do kind of like it.
I like it. I don't love it.
Okay.
I personally like this other one better. The apple cider vinegar one, yeah.
So, yeah, that goes to show we have two different palettes, and I'm not the pomegranate type gal, and you're not the juniper type guy.
I'm a pomegranate type of gal, so.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the salad now. So I made the elote chopped salad kit, and it has like little cornbread pieces in it, and it actually smells really good. When I was making it, I was really tempted to take a bite, but I didn't, so my mouth is watering. I can't wait. Okay. I didn't want to buy it. Remember?
And
I'm so glad we did.
Yep.
This salad's delicious. So hands down, this salad has an amazing flavor. It is not sweet at all. That was my real concern. I thought it was going to be a little bit, have that sweetness from the cornbread, but it doesn't. It has a crunch, and it's like packed with a really delicious, almost like, I want to say like buffalo flavor without the spice.
It's that smokiness.
Yeah, there's something about it where it just tastes really good. And I'm so glad I picked it up, and I definitely will be buying it again. And this is a great example of why you give things a chance. If you're unsure. Like, obviously, if you know you don't like something, then don't get it. But I was really on the fence based on that cornbread. And then I just said, you know what? I'm going to try it. And I'm so glad I did. So bottom line is this new salad is fantastic. It's delicious. And if you like a flavor-packed salad that doesn't taste like a salad, it tastes like I'm eating like a burger or something unhealthy. It tastes like unhealthy food, but it's so good. So I really think this is a winner.
Yeah, I think it's that thick dressing. It's like a Southwest flavor to it. And yeah, I agree with you. This is a fantastic salad. One of my favorites.
So this salad's a winner. Before we get to the sweets, Tim's gonna try the new pesto, and he's just gonna dip a cracker into it so he can tell you what the pesto tastes like.
Yeah, so this is the organic roasted red pepper and almond pesto sauce. And I'm gonna give this a try on this cracker here. All right, here I go. That's good.
Smells good.
It reminds me of like a tomato sauce, like a marinara, but there is that almond flavor. You actually do taste it. Mm-hmm. It's really good. I know that Trader Joe's also used to have the red pesto.
Yeah.
Remember that one? It reminds me a lot of that one as well. But yeah, it's good. It's actually really good as a spread on a cracker. That worked out really well. And I'm sure there's a million other things that you can use it for, but it's got great flavor to it.
Well, that's good. I really wish that Trader Joe's would come out with some of these types of pestos without the animal rennet, because I do want to try other kinds, and Benson will still eat this too, but me personally, I just
You made a lifestyle
choose not to. So.
Yeah.
All right, next thing we are trying, we have 2 more things to go. So we've got the dried cantaloupe, and then really all that it is cantaloupe and sulfur dioxide to maintain color. And then we're trying the boozy macarons afterward.
Okay, here we go.
So just opening the bag, it kind of smells like a fart. Oh, this is really chewy.
It's weird. As you start chewing it, it really starts to taste like a cantaloupe. I'm not sure I would ever go for this again, though, I'll be honest. It has like a leathery flavor. You don't like it?
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
Mine tastes a little bit like cantaloupe, but the thing is about cantaloupe is that the thing I like most about it is the fresh juiciness that you get out of it, because the flavor of cantaloupe is already pretty mild. So drying it, I don't think does it any flavors, but you just don't like it at all, huh? I could tell.
One thing that I was concerned about was seeing that it's cantaloupe and it has a lot of water. When they dehydrate it, it does get to be a little bit more chewy and tough.
Yeah.
And it definitely is, and I have some stuck in my teeth right now. But the flavor tasted bad. It tasted like it went bad. That's what it tastes like to me. Like I was biting into a cantaloupe that had turned, and it had like this not good flavor. I didn't taste like cantaloupe flavor, which is what I was hoping for. And this is just me being totally honest. For me, it just tasted like rotten cantaloupe. And that is not appealing to me. And I'm so sorry if you love it. It has nothing to do with you. It's just my personal feelings on this. And unfortunate, because I wanted to really like it, but I think these are going to go to the dogs.
So speaking of sweet flavors, let's move on to these boozy macarons. We didn't have any alcohol in this taste test, so I feel like we got to get both 2 birds with 1 stone with these boozy macarons.
There's 3 different kinds. There's the Cointreau, the French brandy, and the rum. So we're going to start just in the order that it comes in. So it is the French brandy. Do you want to share one or do
Yeah, we'll just split one.
Okay.
So there's 4 of each flavor, 12 total.
Ugh.
It tastes like alcohol.
I don't like it.
It tastes like brandy. It tastes like alcohol. And I don't like brandy. Brandy's like
It does.
super strong.
That's probably why I don't like it. I don't want to eat alcohol, but
yeah, it's weird.
yeah, let's try the next one.
Cointreau.
Cointreau.
I'm hoping Cointreau's a little bit better.
Oh my gosh, it tastes just like it.
That is weird. Like spot
Oh, no thank you. These
All
are
right.
they taste too much like the real deal.
on. Let's do
And
rum.
it's not like pleasant.
We're gonna
It's like
try
I'm
rum.
taking shots.
All right, rum.
Oh my god.
You have to be 21 to buy these?
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I just took a shot. Honestly, and I haven't taken a shot in like probably since the last taste test where we took a shot and that was it.
Oh.
Hoo hoo hoo!
Now check this out, honey. It actually says this product contains up to 5% alcohol by volume.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Honestly, like, oh, I am so sad that I bought those.
You have to be 21 to buy these. That's crazy.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I was thinking they were just gonna like have a little bit of that flavor, but that straight tasted like alcohol, and for a good reason. It has alcohol in it.
Yeah, it's not. If you like the taste of alcohol straight up without anything, these are definitely going to be your favorite. But me personally, I felt like I just took 3 shots. And I need to rinse my mouth out. That's the truth of it. And I'm sad because I thought it was going to have some more flavor. So it kind of like, it had a hint of the alcohol. But it does say boozy macarons. And it does say what the flavors are. So, you know.
It's on us.
Just not for me. I did love, however, all the breads. Like the focaccia bread, the buns or the rolls, and the olive bread too. Those were fantastic. And the salad, of course. I think those are my favorite things that we tried. Love this drink, and Tim likes the other one. So it worked out that we both liked one of the drinks. And do you have anything else to add?
I don't. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.